Spiral Abyss 4.3 is not hard, but not that easy either. And if you are struggling with the Spiral Abyss, then this video will be helpful for you. But first, there are some elemental restrictions for each half. In the first half, you cannot use a Hydro DPS because of the Hydro Tulpa in the third chamber. And in the second half, Electro DPS is a no-go because of the Thunder manifestation, and it will be helpful if you can fit a Geo or a Claymore character in your party to break the shields of the Geo Slimes and the Stonehide Lava Churls in the second floor, but don't run a Geo DPS as the Geo Slimes are immune to Geo damage and the Bishops and Stonehide Lava Churl have a 70% Geo resistance. As for the showcase, I will use mostly 4-star and free-to-play accessible characters and 1 5-star on both teams. For the first team, we will run a classic Raiden national team with Xiangling, Xingqiu, Raiden and of course Benny Boy. Xiangling is very good against the Hydro Tulpa, and for the second team, we can go for a Hyper Bloom team. Now, I'm using only 1 5-star, but you can use multiple 5-stars if you have them. Someone like Yelan, Furina or Kokomi will be great for a Hyper Bloom team, or even Zhongli to quickly break the shields of the enemies. But I'll go for Fischl, Dendro Traveler. Yeah, she's a 5-star, but a free 5-star. Or you can use Yao Yao, but Nahida will be a lot better than both of them, New Villet and Kuki Shinobu. We have the PMA in the first half of Chamber 1, and all you have to do is do as much damage as you can, and when its HP reaches 50% or less, it will split itself and you have to defeat one of the smaller robots indicated by this glowing ring around them. After defeating it, the boss will be vulnerable for a brief amount of time. This will be pretty easy if you can do a lot of damage. Second half is very annoying because this guy can't stay at one place, and the Traveler is really bad for this because their Dendro application is limited to a specific spot and their elemental burst has a long cooldown, and Fischl is not helping here at all. But if you have a Dendro DPS like Alhaitham or Tignari, they are very good for this as they can use the spread reaction easily on this annoying bat and can do a lot of damage, but somehow we managed to do it in the last seconds. Floor 2 is the easiest floor. First half has this crane looking thing, 1 Ruin Guard and 2 Ruin Graders. Defeating this guy will spawn the Ruin Guard, and try not to use Raiden's burst on the Ruin Guard, and as soon as the Ruin Graders spawn, use Raiden's elemental burst to deal a huge chunk of damage to them, and then just do damage and try to get Xiangling's burst back before the Graders die so that the last floor will be very easy. Chamber 2 can be a little annoying because of the shields and the Geo Bishops, and the Stonehide Lava Churls can be quite deadly. First, place the Traveler's burst and group the enemies and do as much damage to them to break their shields, and also try to defeat the Spectres while you are at it. Then comes the Bishops. Luckily they don't have shields and are not that tanky, but then comes the Lava Churls. And make sure to dodge their jumping and thrashing attacks as they can easily one-shot your fragile characters. And these guys doesn't take less damage when they have their shields, they will just do increased damage, so try not to die, okay? Lastly, floor 3 is a nightmare if you don't know the mechanics of the Hydro Tulpa or if you don't have Xiangling. This guy can do a lot of damage and can easily one-shot anyone, but he has a permanent Hydro aura on him, and Xiangling's elemental burst has no ICD, so it can proc vaporize every hit and melt away that thing. Just make sure to dodge its attack and defeat these little guys, otherwise Hydro Tulpa will absorb them and will do an insane attack. And yeah, with that, another dub for Xiangling. Second half has 2 Electro Lava Churls and 2 Hot Eremites. Just dodge the Lava Churls attacks and defeat them as quickly as possible. Then the Eremites will spawn and will summon their pets, brutally murder their pets, then destroy them too, and enjoy those juicy Primo Gems. So next time when you struggle with the Spiral Abyss, remember to check my video, okay? And if you are interested to know my Raiden's build, check out this Raiden build video I made. See ya in the next one.